Hey guys, Marsegan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. So today we have the new stage of Infinite Dragon Ball history on Global, the Bond of Master and Disciple stage. So this one is interesting because there is a bit of a mess up with this event on Global. This is something that we talked about in a couple of recent videos as well. The fact that the release of the Androids celebration before the Trunks celebration, opposite way round to how it was on JP, has had a bit of an impact on some of the units. So for example, the tech Androids, they lose out on a couple of link partners. The free-to-play Future 17 and 18, the STR and tech ones, they can be pretty decent link partners for the tech Androids, but obviously before their Easy A, they're not particularly good. They had their Easy A on JP by the time this celebration came out. Then, of course, we got the physical Future Gohan Easy A, who is on this team as well. He has to have a Trunks on rotation with him in order for him to get his full potential. One of his better link partners was, of course, the Easy A for the Tech Trunks, who's been in the game for quite a while, the Tech Super Saiyan 1. And obviously he doesn't have an Easy A yet. So the other thing that's now led to the weirdness with this new stage is that obviously Infinite Dragon Ball history stages, you always have two missions where they want you to use 3 units from a specific category to complete the stage. And obviously what we normally do, or at least what I've tried to do with all my videos in the past, is I go into the stage blind. I don't know the enemies or the typings or anything like that, but I always try and put together a team that can beat all of the missions in one go. So the team is usually made up of 3 characters from one of the categories, 3 characters from the other, unless of course any of the characters are on both, and then it's a little bit easier to make the team. You would have been able to do that for this one, but yeah, the way this was supposed to be set up was that the 3 characters from Bond of Master and Disciple need to be used, which is one of the missions that we do have. And then the other mission was that you have to have 3 characters from the Entrusted Will category, which is the new category that AGL Trunks introduced into the game on JP when he was released. So again, we should have had him come out first, and then this celebration comes out afterwards. And so that's one of the missions for this Infinite Dragon Ball history stage. But because we don't have that Trunks, there just isn't that mission. So the mission on JP, I've got the thingy up here. It was 2 stones. So we have a mission for 3 Bond of Master and Disciple characters, gives you 2 stones, and then the 3 Entrusted Will characters gives you 2 stones. And then there is another mission which is clear all missions related to the stage. That gives you 1 stone and an Elder Kai as well. And those 2 missions, rather than be replaced by anything else, they're just not there when you check your list of available missions for this stage. So basically what that means is that overall, for the time being, Global is missing out on 3 stones and 1 Elder Kai. So it's not a huge amount in the grand scheme of things, but obviously it is kind of annoying that that has happened due to them choosing to release the celebrations in an odd order. And I'm not really sure why they did that, because timing wise, the Android celebration part 1 came out at the start of February, part 2 started obviously midway through February, so this celebration has taken up most of this month. Then we should get AGL Trunks at the start of March. His celebration did not have a part 2, which means it can run for only like 2 weeks, and then Saiyan Day starts in the middle of March. So from that perspective, it makes sense because it fits in quite nicely in that, within that time frame. But there's no reason why they couldn't have just released the Trunks celebration at the beginning of February, then started part 1 of the Android celebration mid-February, and then done part 2 of the Android celebration at the start of March, and then gone into Saiyan Day. So there doesn't really seem to be any real reason why they couldn't have just done that. And a lot of the time, them releasing banners and celebrations out of order doesn't really have a huge effect on the game. Like, look at that, level 3 dodge on the super attack, you love to see that. So in this occasion though, it has quite clearly impacted not only a couple of the units in terms of their linking partners, as we discussed, but also a literal like in-game mission is unavailable because they've released them in the wrong order. So not really too sure why they decided that was the best way to do things, but There you go. So, right, let's go ahead and do this. So we finally got the rotation set up the way we want. Obviously, because the only mission we have available on the global version is to do at least 3 characters from the Bond of Master and Disciple category, we're just running a full-on Bond of Master and Disciple team. So I'm using the LR Future Gohan and Trunks. Mine actually just recently, I think it was yesterday, I tweeted about it, have just got to full level 10 links. They also have 2 dupes, so they're looking pretty impressive in this run so far. They link up reasonably well with the AGL LR Gohan, who's obviously good for longer form events because he stacks. And then I'm using a friend, AGL Kid Gohan, because he's a very good defensive support. He also has the active skill that can heal us, which could come in handy if we need a heal. And then I'm running my own AGL Kid Trunks as well, Kid Gohan as well. This is the other rotation I wanted to have set up. I kind of showcased this rotation a little bit when I did the video for the EZA Future Gohan, having him with this STR Trunks from last year's Saiyan Day banner. Because not only does he obviously fulfill the requirement of having a Future Trunks on rotation, he's also a 40% support unit for Hybrid Saiyans, so he's giving the Gohan a lot of extra support as well. And then of course this AGL Kid Gohan is providing defense to everybody. This STR Trunks, once he's super attacked, is really good defensively, so this whole rotation is just incredibly strong defense-wise. And then for the final character on the team, you've seen him already, we're floating the Physical Piccolo. I basically just brought him to be in the 3rd slot on the odd turn so we can see where the super attacks are. It's not going to make a huge amount of difference because obviously the team is so tanky. It doesn't really matter, but obviously that gives us the potential to see an incoming super attack and make sure it's not on like a type disadvantaged unit or something like that. So we're getting super attacked right in the 1st slot here. Gohan obviously has slightly better defense at the start of the turn, but if we grab 14 orbs here, yeah, see, our defense is still a little bit lower, but they're going to be looking very good here. And then, of course, with the AGL Future Gohan and Trunks, we do have the potential, if we do take a lot of damage at some point, we obviously have the potential to get the exchange and then the revival into the standalone Future Gohan. So, but yeah, look at that, 99k from the super. I mean, I might exchange Gohan if we get the opportunity to, but as soon as we drop to, you have to be around 58% HP. Once we drop that low at some point anyway, we'll just end up being able to use one of the AGL Gohan's healing active skills, because we have 2 of them on the team. So, we're definitely not going to run into a situation anytime soon where we are going to be losing a significant amount of health. So let's go ahead and grab the same type orbs here, get the Dokkan attack since we are at the start of a new phase. So we can get a nice Dokkan attack here with Physical Future Gohan, with the support on rotation. So he's at what, 4.3, basically 4.4 million attack. So we hit all the nodes here, get the full damage multiplier, and we should do some nice damage here. I believe the full multiplier is either ×2 or 2.1 damage for Dokkan attack, so the more nodes you hit, the more the damage bonus you get. So let's see what we can get here. Can we get a crit as well, top it off? We can, 6.27, and we get the additional as well. So big damage from Physical Future Gohan on this turn. Because one of the missions as well that we obviously do still have for this stage is to beat the stage within 18 turns. So obviously you can build a very, very defensive team. Hybrid Saiyans has always been good for those kind of options, but obviously that can make the event take a lot longer overall to beat. But as you can see, we are, I don't know if Whis is the last, I don't know who else would be after Whis. So I'm guessing Whis is potentially the last enemy here, and we're on turn 10. And he's STR, so we've got a full type advantage rotation here. So let's go ahead and do this. It looks like we're probably not going to see the exchange into Future Gohan or the healing active skill from Kid Gohan. He did seal Gohan and Trunks though, that's unfortunate. They still get their additional, but of course they can't super attack, so Gohan has been building up nicely in slot 2 though, so he's up to 3.72. Obviously the only downside to this team build is, aside from the Future Trunks that we're running on main rotation, we're not running any sort of floating support units that are providing attack support to everybody, because the Kid Gohans are just giving defense, and then the Piccolo, he's already providing anything to the team, to be honest, other than the being able to see super attacks. Oh, Whis can dodge as well. Nice. So not only did he seal Gohan and Trunks in slot 1, but then he dodged Kid Gohan's super attack. Okay. Alright, so future Gohan will be fine in slot 1 here. Right, I was hoping to not pick up those AGL orbs because I wanted to save those all for future Gohan and Trunks on the next rotation, but apparently it was unavoidable there if I wanted Piccolo to super attack. It doesn't really matter if he super attacks, but he does raise defense on super. He infinitely stacks before he transforms, and on this team without another Namekian he can't transform anyway, so his defense will probably be okay, but because he's been floating in the 3rd spot, it's not like he's been consistently super attacking throughout the event. You can see there, crazy impressive 1.3 million attack stat from him. I believe mine is Rainbow, but he's not link leveled. It's not a unit that I've really used all that much, to be honest. I believe I skipped his original banner, in fact. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and do this. We got the 8 orbs as well, so we get the guaranteed additional. Hopefully he doesn't seal them in slot 1 again. But we're only on turn 12, and as long as he doesn't seal them or dodge all these attacks, then this should be the last turn here. Yeah, 4.81. This potentially could be the finish, but then they get a guaranteed additional super after this as well. So definitely doing it within 18 turns. We get the crit. Okay, there is another. Oh, so you actually do fight Beerus. Interesting. Alright, so that means we've got what? 3? Oh, we've got 5 turns still to beat Beerus. So I think we'll be okay here. So let's go ahead and do this. We might as well just grab the orbs where we have type advantage. Let's do this. The best case scenario for next turn is if we future Gohan and Trunks change the int orbs into AGL. There's a huge cluster of them at the bottom, so that would be very, very good. So I think the team that we've made for this is pretty decently balanced in terms of the fact that it's very good defensively, but we are putting out reasonable damage. Double super from Trunks. The only problem, I guess, is the fact that Beerus, being the final boss here, is tech, and we do have a lot of AGL units on the team, but we have been doing pretty well so far. How much will Trunks take from this super attack? 243. Okay. Is that even enough to be... We might actually be able to get the future Gohan exchange, but I think even the Kid Gohan in the last slot here, having type, even though he's got type disadvantage, he probably just takes double-digit damage from the normal attacks. But if we can exchange future Gohan, then we will. But let's see if we actually get the option to do that. I don't know if our health is low enough. It is not. Okay, well, there you go. So we are going to get super attacked here. We can't get 5 AGL orbs though, so we can't get his defense up. Probably should put Gohan in slot 1 then, because then he's going to get another defense raise. He's got like 350k defense at this point. And so if we grab these same type orbs, he shouldn't take that much damage from a super. And then even if he does, it shouldn't be like 400k. We're not going to die to this. And then raise up to 4.1 million on his attack stat. And then, yeah, if we do take a significant chunk of damage from this incoming super, not only is it not going to be enough to kill, but then it would be able to activate the Kid Gohan's active skill on the next turn. So we are actually going to cut it close with the turn counter here. Obviously, very unfortunate in these slightly more difficult events when you're having a type disadvantage enemy and you're not getting crits. We're obviously not dealing anywhere near as much damage. Although Gohan coming in with the crit there. Didn't get enough orbs to get the guaranteed additional though. And at least Piccolo here has type advantage. So, actually, no, what am I talking about? Is tech. So, no, not a lot of damage from Piccolo. But let's go ahead and get the heal. Let me make sure I've actually got the animations on. Oh, they were on. Nice. So we'll use the active skill for Gohan here. Get a heal. He also gives everyone on the turn a defense buff and guards. Not that he was really taking a huge amount of damage anyway, but just means that no one's really going to take damage on this turn. We get a nice heal, and then we can grab some same type orbs for you. We'll keep these AGL orbs here ready for Gohan and Trunks on the next turn, and then as long as they get a crit, they might actually finish him off next turn, because future Gohan is at a 4.4 by himself. And then Trunks will do a reasonable amount depending on whether he gets his additionals or not. No crit from future Gohan, but we are wearing down these last couple of health bars now from Beerus. So yeah, let me know what you guys took into this event. Obviously, a little bit disappointing that they messed this up so bad with the missions. I can only assume that when the AGL Trunks Dokkan Fest comes out, then they will add the missions to this. Which, I mean, I like to do it for a video anyway, but usually, you know, I like to do all the missions in one run, because then, apart from when it comes to doing videos and, like, randomly doing showcases and stuff, I don't actually ever have to play the stage again. Whereas, obviously, if they add another mission to it for doing it with the 3 entrusted will characters, then obviously I am going to have to play the stage again. So when they add that as a mission, I'll probably do that as a video, because if I do pull the Trunks, obviously he's going to be the leader for the entrusted will team, and since we'll have already done this Bond of Master and Disciple mission, we'll go ahead and do a run on the stage using his team, because we can just use a full entrusted will team. And then, of course, that will complete that extra mission which should get added, which is just to complete all the missions. So, Dodge is the extra additional from Future Gohan. We're on to the last health bar, though. So, if AGL Gohan crits here, then it should be GG. It's got 4.2 million attack stat. There we go. I think we managed to finish it just in time in terms of the turns. I didn't actually see the turn counter for that last turn there. But let's see, do we get all of the missions, or at least all the missions that are available at the moment, in one go? I actually don't know how many there are, missing those other ones. So, 10 missions completed, let's see. I don't think we missed out on the 18 turns one, but yeah, there we go. All the missions are completed, so yeah, we did do it in time. Even with a bunch of AGL units on the team. It was getting a bit close there with the Beerus, with the type advantage over us, and getting a bunch of dodges. But there you go. So that is the Bond of Master and Disciple stage of Infinite Dragon Ball history, beaten in one run with, well, with no items. All the missions done. It's not particularly hard, but there you go. And yeah, I guess we'll have to revisit this in the future once they actually add those extra missions. So very strange that they chose to do it this way, but let me know what you guys think down below, and let me know what team you used to beat the event in the comments section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.